If you can't control your emotions, people will control you. Most people believe that power is built through status, intelligence, influence, or authority. But psychology reveals something far more important. The fastest way to lose respect, credibility, and control over your own life is often a single mistake that most people make without even realizing it. And the most powerful individuals understand this better than anyone. They know that one wrong behavior can silently weaken their influence, damage relationships, and shape how others perceive them for years. The surprising part is that this mistake rarely looks dangerous in the moment. In fact, it often feels natural, justified, and even necessary. Yet beneath the surface, it triggers psychological mechanisms that can reduce trust, respect, emotional stability, and personal effectiveness. If you stay until the end of this video, you will discover why powerful people avoid this mistake at all costs, how it affects human behavior in ways most people never notice, and what psychological strategies help the most respected individuals maintain influence without forcing it. You will also understand how this pattern appears in relationships, social interactions, professional environments, and everyday decisions. Welcome to a space dedicated to understanding the human mind and modern emotions, helping people better understand anxiety, relationships, and their inner thoughts. Here, we explore psychology, human behavior, emotional patterns, personality traits, and the hidden mechanisms that shape our daily lives. Because the real danger is not the mistake itself. It is the psychological chain reaction it creates inside your mind and inside the minds of the people around you. And once you understand how this process works, you may never see your own behavior or the behavior of others the same way again. Have you ever noticed that the people who seem the most confident, calm, and respected often avoid one specific mistake that many others make every single day? A mistake that feels harmless in the moment, but slowly changes the way people see you and the way you see yourself. Maybe you have experienced situations where you explained yourself too much, reacted too quickly, tried to prove your value, or felt the need to make everyone understand your side. It happens to almost everyone, especially when emotions become stronger than rational thinking. The problem is that the human mind naturally searches for approval and protection, but sometimes the actions we take to protect our image are the exact actions that reduce our influence. Powerful people are not different because they never feel insecurity, frustration, or pressure. They are different because they recognize the hidden patterns behind their reactions. And if you can understand this psychological pattern, you can begin to change the way you communicate, handle conflict, and build respect without constantly trying to prove yourself. Because the biggest threats to your confidence are often not external situations. They are the unconscious behaviors you repeat without noticing. Before we continue, I want to share something important with you. Many people know exactly what they need to change in their lives, but they keep postponing the actions that could create that change. Not because they are lazy, but because the mind often finds ways to protect us from discomfort, uncertainty, and the fear of failure. That small decision to start tomorrow can quietly become months or even years of waiting. If you feel that you have goals, ideas, or dreams that keep being delayed, there is a resource available through the link in the description that can help you understand this pattern and take practical steps to overcome it. It's a simple tool with a minimum cost, created to make this knowledge more accessible while also helping support the continued work of this channel and the creation of more content like this. If you believe this can help you move forward, check the link in the description. Sometimes the biggest change starts with a small decision to stop waiting and finally take action. What most people don't realize is that the biggest mistake that weakens their influence is often created by an automatic reaction from the brain. When people feel misunderstood, criticized, ignored, or challenged, the mind naturally tries to regain control. It pushes you to explain more, defend yourself, prove your intentions, or seek reassurance from others. At first, this behavior feels like the right thing to do because you believe you are protecting your image. But psychologically, something different may be happening. Every time you react from the need to be accepted, you are giving more power to the opinions and emotions of the people around you. This pattern appears in everyday situations. Sending long messages to explain yourself, trying to convince someone who already made a decision, constantly looking for approval, or reacting emotionally when your value feels questioned. The surprising part is that these actions are not always signs of confidence. Sometimes they reveal that the mind is trying to escape discomfort. People who maintain respect and influence understand that not every situation requires a reaction. They recognize the difference between responding with intention and reacting from emotional pressure. And this small difference can completely change how others perceive your confidence, stability, and personal power. And this is where many people experience a frustrating reality without understanding why it happens. The way you react to situations does not only affect how you feel internally, it also sends signals to the people around you. Small behaviors repeated every day can slowly shape your social image. For example, when someone constantly tries to prove their worth, apologizes for everything, or reacts strongly to every disagreement, others may unconsciously begin to perceive that person as less secure, even when their intentions are good. The problem is not the desire to connect or be understood. The problem is when your need for acceptance starts controlling your behavior. Over time, this can affect friendships, romantic relationships, professional opportunities, and even the way you see yourself. People who seem naturally respected are not always the loudest or the most dominant in a room. Often, they simply communicate emotional stability through their actions. They know when to speak, when to stay silent, and when to let their behavior represent who they are. Because confidence is not only about what you say. It is also about the emotional message you send when you face pressure, disagreement, or uncertainty. And many people never realize that their daily reactions are shaping the way others respond to them. Your brain doesn't react only to what is happening in front of you. It also reacts to the emotional experiences you have carried for years. Many people believe their reactions are based only on the present moment, but the mind often connects current situations with memories of past experiences. A person who was constantly ignored may become extremely sensitive to feeling overlooked. Someone who was criticized frequently may feel the need to defend every decision. Someone who had to fight for approval may struggle to simply accept themselves without external validation. These reactions can happen so quickly that people don't even notice the connection. The brain is constantly trying to protect you from repeating old emotional pain, but sometimes this protection creates new problems in the present. You may think you are responding to a conversation, a disagreement, or a person's behavior, when in reality you are also responding to an old emotional pattern that was never fully understood. This is why changing behavior is not only about controlling your actions in the moment. It requires recognizing the hidden emotional triggers that influence your choices, your relationships, and the way you interpret the world around you. Because once you understand where a reaction comes from, you gain the ability to choose a different response. The moment you start observing these patterns instead of reacting automatically, something important begins to change inside your mind. You stop seeing every uncomfortable situation as a personal attack and start recognizing the emotional process happening beneath the surface. This does not mean becoming cold, ignoring your feelings, or pretending that difficult moments do not affect you. It means creating enough awareness to understand why certain situations trigger intense reactions and choosing how you want to respond. Many people spend years trying to change how others treat them, while ignoring the patterns that influence the way they communicate, protect themselves, and seek approval. Real emotional strength comes from noticing these patterns with honesty and patience. It comes from understanding that confidence is not built by never feeling insecurity, frustration, or fear. It is built by learning how to act even when those emotions appear. When you become aware of the behaviors that quietly reduce your influence, you gain the opportunity to replace automatic reactions with intentional choices. And this shift changes more than your social interactions. It changes the relationship you have with yourself, because you are no longer controlled by every emotion that appears. You begin to understand your mind instead of constantly fighting against it. Maybe the most interesting part about human behavior is that we often spend our lives trying to understand the world around us, while rarely stopping to understand the invisible patterns shaping the way we experience it. The reactions we repeat, the emotions we protect, and the behaviors we consider normal are often the result of countless moments that quietly influenced who we became. The mistake that powerful people avoid is not simply about what they do or do not say. It represents something deeper. The ability to recognize when the mind is acting from old fears, automatic responses, or the need to prove something that does not need to be proven. Because influence is not created only through actions that people can see. It is also created through the emotional presence we bring into every interaction. The way we handle pressure, uncertainty, and moments when our confidence is challenged reveals parts of ourselves that words cannot hide. And perhaps the most surprising discovery is that the strongest transformation does not always begin when we change our surroundings. Sometimes it begins when we finally notice the patterns that have been quietly guiding us all along. If you stayed with us until the end, that already shows something important. You are someone who wants to understand the deeper patterns behind human behavior and personal growth. If this video made you see yourself or the people around you differently, leave a comment below and share your thoughts. I would love to know what part of this topic connected with you the most. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos about psychology, emotions, relationships, and the hidden patterns that shape our lives. If you want to continue exploring the human mind, watch the video suggested on the card and check out our playlist, where you'll find more content designed to help you understand behavior, emotions, and yourself on a deeper level. Thank you for staying until the end. Your support helps this channel continue creating more videos like this.